Okie dokie. Well, hello everypony, and today is a interesting edition of Derp Your Hooves. So if no one's aware, X-Plane 12 has been released. So, I have purchased the early access edition because, it's it's a price that you can't beat right now. And, flight simming's fun. So, let's go ahead and take it for a spin. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've already calibrated my controls. This is not really going to be a tutorial. This is going to be just a regular flight, but let's do this, shall we? Let's just kind of increase some of the graphics and visual settings. Let's see. Windshield effects, field of view. Now, and of course, monitor 1 is unused because we're not using monitor 1. Not for the sim. We use it for other things. Okay, now keep in mind, well, we'll get there. How about that? We'll get there. So, full resolution. We don't really need super sampling. I mean, I could put it on, but why? So rendering distance is high. Shadow quality is high. How about render? We'll leave rendering distance as high. So, I mean, honestly, I should be able to put everything at like ultra, and it should look just fine, to be honest with you. Because that's how I'm running Microsoft Flight Simulator. So let's do that, shall we? Maximum shadow quality isn't really that high. Rendering distance is just trying to be fair. Okay, I don't really care about the font. Okay, done. So we're here. So really nice looking splash screen. And, the controls are going to be what they are. So, let's see. So, I used the citation last time, but I would like to use the Cessna Skyhawk G1000. Sounds good to me. And I want to fly out of RJTT, Tokyo Haneda, and it features 3D. So they have the airport listed. Start on runway. Okay. So let's start flight. Okie dokie. Now I have a map of Tokyo Haneda, because it's kind of like Denver in a way, where there's lots of runways, and if you don't really know where you're going, you might not be happy with the results. This region has missing scenery. So off the bat, I'm getting this region has missing scenery. Areas of no scenery have nothing but water around them. The missing file is. You can download the missing scenery for free through Steam. Aha. So, okay. So look at this. So right off the bat, now I'm just going to say, now here's the difference, right? So it says, right off the bat, I'm getting this, right? I'm sorry, but we couldn't load the airport in for you. It's an additional pack. We didn't put it in the database. It's not in the file. So it doesn't come default. If you'd like it, you can either download the missing scenery or you continue with water only. So let's continue with water only. Now, no offense. So I'm going to take a look around while I'm here. I mean, let's just, let's look. So, it's shift 9 is cockpit, 8 is the outside. So, I mean, obviously, I think I'd like to see the airport. Okay. I mean, it's really cool that I'm in Atlantis right now, but, I'd rather not be in Atlantis. So I'm going to actually go follow those instructions first. Okay. So let's quit out of here. Let's go back to the main menu. And actually, you know what? So let's just do it again because I'm like, sorry, I'm a little distracted by that. The fact that there's nothing there. So I'm sorry. Ken, Derpy Pony Brain. So start a new flight. So I just want to go back and see. I'm gonna have to go back into Steam. Now I did get this through Steam. So, by the way, I fly Microsoft Flight Simulator in Steam, so there shouldn't be any difference. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here for a second, and I'm gonna go into my Steam account. So I'm gonna pause the recording, and I'm gonna download this airport, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna try it again. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I've downloaded the scenery pack, and I've restarted Steam, and I've restarted X-Plane 12. So again, we're going to go new flight, and we're going to take the Skyhawk, and I mean, if I customize it, what do I get to customize it with? I get to customize the outside. Oh, it has floats. Oh no, these are the different planes. So let's see if I customize it. It says default. Full white. Oh, it's got scratches. Okay, old style. I like old style, but you know what? Let's just do it default. That works for me. And I mean, unless there's like a high res of the X-Plane 10. Okay, so let's do that. And let's go to Haneda International and let's see what happens. So we've done all that. We confirm it. We start the flight. We wait for it to load. Okay, so you might want to take note of this, or it says, did you know the Vulkan shaders are compiled with scenery loads to avoid stutters when you fly. So the first time new shader is compiled, the process can take a while. Okay. So it's definitely loading in my, I can hear my fans cranking up like they do, because it's a non-liquid cooled machine. Okay, so here we are. Look, so now we have an airport, everybody. So I'm not going to use the air traffic controller. Now, granted, my buttons are mapped differently. So, let's see, that is my air fuel mixture. And our flaps we're going to do manually for right now. So not your flaps. And I know that shift 1, 2, 3, 4, shift 1 through 8 are my external views, and I can rotate them around. So we've got an airport. It's pretty wet. And I'm going to say, I'm slightly impressed by the graphics. That looks pretty cool. So let's get back in the cockpit, because that's where the action happens. And I'm going to say, it's supposed to be one of those study level sims, so let's go take it first. Cessna 170. Okay. So we may get some stutters here, right? Because the scenery is loading for the first time, but the shaders are going to store some things. I'm not get too techy. Or not should get us off the ground. And I'm looking. Nose up because I want to get 5 is... I'm gonna say the plane itself is pretty let's trim it out a little bit. Trim it down the other way. Different combos. So I'm gonna have to say we don't need flaps, so down, that's the same. We no longer need flaps, I want to get some airspeed. Kind of bring it up a little bit, which means do that. And you're going to have to adjust your trim. So adjusting the trim, that's the wrong way. So I could set up some better key bindings for it. I can't compare this to the first time I used Microsoft Flight Simulator because I didn't save any of that footage. Well, I did. Well, no, it's actually in there. There's a video that shows Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's called My Business Flight, which basically shows you what it looked like when I first with a it wasn't a 3080. It's 1080. It wasn't a good video card. But you can see what it looked like then, and you can compare that to this. So, I'm gonna say that off the bat, I don't like the scenery much at all. So I think I'm going to have to do another video. I'm going to have to spend some time with this sound, to be fair, and do another video. But I'm going to say that this Cessna, the flight model seems pretty smooth. And I did calibrate my controls. I'm going to say that it's important that you calibrate your controls. Excuse me. I would say it's important that you calibrate your controls first before you fly. First hand, you have to do that in stick and throttle or calibrate. So I'm doing 110 knots. I mean, so, again, you know, is it study level? Well, that I do it in Microsoft Flight Sim all the time, and it's just it's scary like that. The airport's that way. So how do you know? Cut my throttle back. And I would say, now normally I would call it air traffic control, and I'd say, hey, this is Pony, and is that just a sailboat? That could just be a sailboat. But it's not. You're like, summer. Like that. This is just actual sailboat. Interesting. So, I do roughly know the area, and I'm because that's where I want to land. I want to try and land on the land. And by doing VFR, I'm not seeing it. So let's try and find it VFR first of all. So that's totally those buildings over there are totally I'm not seeing. Oh, I saw something flashing off in the background. I'm gonna say, okay. On there. Right? I'd have to say most likely to do that sooner or later. And, the environmentalists were very happy that all of the space. So, let's keep going. I mean, I could be totally wrong, so let's see. But, I'm thinking, so let's just actually autopilot it for a minute. We're doing this the average Joe. Right? I just got this game. And, I always wanted to fly an airplane. Aha! See, there it is right there. So, we are headed in the right direction. So, I can keep it on autopilot. I can just turn my head direction I want. And I'm going to want to land. Now, again, I'm not going to call this an air traffic control. I am more than happy to call this, as I learn the system. I just want to state that this is a first look video, and I understand that this is also development. So, I know there will be add-ons, there already are add-ons, I've seen that. There's like xplane.to, which is flightsim.to, but it's for xplane. So there are some add-ons. I haven't had a chance to look at them or put anything in this set. This is completely stock. So, the autopilot. I'm heading in the right direction. Runway. So, maybe this is average Joe, like the guy who's never flown a plane. And, you have to have flown some kind of flight sim. To know what you're doing, I suppose. And again, here at Drifter Hooves, we like to say that if I could do this, you can too. Well, something like that. Like, yeah. Right, this is sea level. Right? I mean, how can it not be sea level? Tokyo Bay. Yeah, that's where the airport is. It sits right on the ocean. So, it's at sea level, or maybe it's like 50 feet, 100 feet, or 900 feet. So I'm going to say that I'm kind of enjoying this landing. I mean, I am. This is smooth. I'll give you that much. This is a smooth landing. I definitely feel that I have some more control of the plane than I do with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, I'm definitely getting more response. So, I really want to start cutting my throttle back. Well, I'll save some other comments for that landing. But I want to land. I want to try and get one of my better landings. It's hard to talk. Land, so shh. Focus on landing. Step on it with your left foot. Ooh. Well, me and those pony landings. So, wow. So this is what it's like when you do a scary pony landing in X Point. Because that was kind of scary. I hit the deck really hard. And that was not a proper landing. That's on me. That's on me. So I'm gonna say, what's the difference? Now, I could taxi. Right? I probably should taxi. Why don't we taxi? I think I broke the plane, by the way. I mean, I don't think it would even. I think we'd be done. I think we might be. So, 1 second here. Okay, so I'm gonna say, yeah, my landing was terrible. And I think I might have broken a strut. And things are loading and things are rendering. And I'm coming in. And then I'm coming in. So we're just gonna get off the active runway. And I'll talk as I taxi. 'Cause who just wants to listen to me babble another book? So, let's see. So what's my first impression of this? Well, it definitely... Okay, so you gotta download scenery packs. You gotta do the same thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, it does give you kind of a default, but you still gotta download the scenery pack. So, that was part of the learning curve. Can't say, that it would be totally fair. It did say the scenery's missing, and it told you what to do. So, I did it. I went back into Steam and I downloaded the scenery pack, and it was free, which is great. So you could, download all your scenery packs, and then there you go. And then you restart Steam, and you restart the sim, or I'd imagine you just restart the sim if you buy the sim without having it on Steam. And then it works. So right now I have Asia and I'm guessing the United States. So I got 2 areas to fly in. flight simulator. And I think I'm going to need a bigger hard drive to have both sims on one drive. What do you want? You're beeping at me. Right. No. We're below our altitude. What? So I don't know. So it's letting me know something. Now let's kind of come outside, right? 7. There we go. So, amazingly enough, I did not kill my Cessna. I may be taxiing too fast. Yeah, I'd say I'm taxiing too fast. And, I don't know where GA is. So what I'm going to do is take note. Granted, it's a sim, so let's go park it. Let's go ahead and park it. Anywhere, right? Somewhere. Is there somebody behind me? Is that what I'm hearing? There's a Wumbo behind me. So get off the apron. Out of my way. Some more time. There's not. There's just this. And again, I could, look for the right place to park it. But I just want to park it. So I want to see a couple of things. So I would say, and again, so in the sim, I also, in the other sim, Microsoft, I just have a tendency to park right here when I come in over that runway. And obviously, it's not GA parking. I'll tell you that much. But it's going to be cool. So, down, and I'm gonna come on in, and I do have differential braking. Okay, I wouldn't expect anything less. I want to kind of see over my cowl a little bit as I park my Cessna where a Cessna shouldn't be. I don't think anyone should park here. I'll do it anyways. And we'll find out if it's a bad idea. I mean, it's obviously a bad idea. I can see this looks like an active taxiway. But it's going to work for me. So I'm going to hit my brakes. And I'm going to cut the throttle back. And I'm going to say, let's turn this to off. I don't know, that's off. Okay, that's off. So I've got off, right? I mean, because I'm going to tell you, I know enough about the Cessna that I can tell you. How it be. Flaps up. And well, before we killed the battery, let's just see. So, okay. So you can open the door, right? That's cool, right? So you can actually open the door on this thing. So there's a plus, right? Let's kill our magnetos. We don't want like someone running in front of the plane, and then nope, off. There we go. We don't want someone running in front of the plane and killing themselves. Okay, so now we got to turn off our avionics, and we can turn off our battery and our standby battery, and that should drop the plane. So, and let's bring our yokes back. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the outside of the plane, shall we? With shift 7. Nope, shift 6. 6 works. Not 5. 4's not bad. Okay, so let's just do shift 4. So let's take a walk around the plane, shall we? Okay. Well, I'm gonna say for the aircraft, it definitely looks comparable to the 172. um, in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, when I got a dude in the cockpit, different dude. So, I mean, all in all, it looks pretty close. Different paint, but pretty close. Let's see. This is where I'm not impressed. And you're going to say, don't be so harsh. Well, so again, I think that I need to learn how to tweak my graphic settings. Alright? Because this is about what I would expect out of X-Plane when it comes to graphics. Right? It's going to be great on the flying, but it's almost like we're rolling things back. So, let's see. Oh, see, prep electrical systems for boarding, start engines to running, Toko Yak, Yoka Yaka? Okay, save, open, flight configuration, edit failures, show, internet operating system, I don't know what ILS is on that, 3D flight model, 3D flight path, so we're definitely going to have to play around with some of this stuff. Reload the current aircraft in art. This is developer mode. Generate icons, plugins, show plugins. So we're going to have to learn a little bit more on... Well, none of these look like... Let's go to the main menu. None of them look like they're going to be actual graphic settings. Maybe in developer mode, but, really? So, load save flight school. So I pretty much went in the beginning of this. Let's just go back to resume same flight. And if I go up in here, where was it? It was like... There was a graphic setting. I just want to see it. Show map. So I've got a map, right? Okay, so I've got a nice map with... So there's a plus, right? There's a plus. I got a better map with my flight paths. Lock geographically. You got night vision goggles. Okay, well that's something you don't get with the other one. Cinema Verde. Particle system browser. Blah 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 blah. VRAM profiler. Then we got the scenery. So again, main menu, take screenshot, logbook, flight configuration. Maybe. Aha. Well, this is flight configuration. Our weather, our time of day, so we have that. Manufacturers. You can customize your location, and you do actually have a nice little selection, and helicopters, by the way. So you've actually got something nice here. When I click on the little buttons, yeah, this is what I get for graphics. So you get general. Oh, look. Flight model per frame. Okay. Let's see. Show instrument instructions. Disable that. Output that. Kiosk mode. Remove flying services when overspeed. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Sound. We didn't play with the sound. We did play with the graphics, and the other thing we didn't crank up was the anti-aliasing and the rendering distance. But the rendering distance here is at high. So that's kind of where I have it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Visual offsets, lateral field of view, visual settings. Let's go take a look. Default view. Resolution, default monitor settings. Right, my default monitor settings should be like 1080 by whatever. At 60 hertz. Well, I'm going to have to crank this up next time too. Because... So we're going to have to go ahead and play with some of the settings. All right. So I'm going to say on a first look with this, you know, the positives that I'll pull out of this is that I like the flight model. I'm going to say that. I do like the flight model. I definitely felt that it was a bit more realistic and a bit more responsive than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And I can pick on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on my 2020 streams and videos if I want. But let's focus on the sim that we have here. Back into the cockpit. So, again, I'm going to have to play with the graphics settings because this, to me, well, it's not bad. And you're saying you're being really critical. To an extent, it's close, but it's not as visually pleasing. So I'm going to have to say that until they fix it, well, and the fact that you can open the door, that's kind of a cool little bonus. But if you were to go ahead and look around the two cockpits, you'll see that this is just, it's not as nice as Microsoft Flight Simulator visually. I kind of feel like it's just a throwback graphics-wise. Again, you know, I can tweak my settings, but I really haven't tweaked. You know, I mean, I could see what else I can do. But this is one of the reasons why I didn't like X-Plane to start. So I'm gonna say, and I've flown other planes besides the Cessna, one other plane, two other planes. So I will say I've flown the Citation and I've flown the F4 Phantom. Before this video, just to kind of get a feel for it, the Citation I hadn't really calibrated my controls, so it was really weird. Same thing with the Phantom, and I said, "Oh, you got to do that, right? Just like you would in anything else." And then we tried it with the Cessna because I wanted to compare something that was a base model to like the base model. So I'm gonna say in flight dynamics, I was pleased with this a lot because I mean, I've never flown a real plane, but it's definitely more responsive than Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, without a doubt. It's definitely more responsive. I mean, just the way the controls and the input, you know, the way it came across and the feel of it on landing, it was more responsive. And whoa, I've got to work on those landings because I came in really hard. I'll admit, I came in really hard. So there's a difference. Is this more of a training sim? Maybe. I could say that if there's a difference between how the two planes are, how the two sims are at the planes, this definitely felt different. Like I said, more responsive. But I don't like these graphics. So the trade-off is going to be, which one do you want? You know, because I'm pretty much running it at the same graphics I'm running Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 right now. So it's lacking in the graphics department for now. And I can again go and I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and see if I can tweak this perfectly. And then, you know, I'll run a graphics comparison video at some point. So for the price right now, if you catch it now, I got it for like $59, $54. So that's not bad. I mean, that's like, you know, fast food meal for a family of 4 nowadays. You know, so it's significantly cheaper than Microsoft Flight Simulator was when it came out. We're going to compare the two. I'm kind of curious. I guess, we're going to definitely see how I feel the two stack up. And again, I wanted to say right now, nobody is endorsing me to do these reviews on these products. This is totally my own opinion. So again, I am not being bought or sold by anybody, and I am not restricted to what I can say because it's my opinion as a consumer. So, would I say it's worth it? Yeah, I mean, for the price, it seems like a pretty good flight sim. Um, if I had to pick the two, the VFR on, again, I mean, just the VFR on Microsoft Flight Simulator in the right settings, um, you know, when you compare it, like the Almost Ultra compared to, X-Plane 12's Almost Ultra, it's about what I knew. So visually, Microsoft Flight Simulator wins. But on flight model, well, I don't know. I think we're going to have to compare some other planes here because I flew the 172 in Microsoft Flight Simulator the other day, and I'm running Sim Update 10 beta. But even before that, I did kind of notice some differences, like just too much turbulence, it almost seems, with some of the planes. And I've been trying to fix it, and I kind of fixed it for one. And that's something else that I really should do a tutorial video on. But, so, yeah, the model is better. The graphics could be much better. Definitely better. So again, we'll go down that route and see if I can crank up these graphics and give it another whirl. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to buy one or the other, I know what I'd go with. But this isn't bad. I could definitely say this could be an addition to your toolkit if you're a pilot. That's what I've heard. So, here you go, my first impression on X-Plane 12. And I'm going to say I could see more videos about this coming out. And again, thank you for watching Derp Your Hooves. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the skies.